For your safety, please remain seated with all your hands, your legs, your arms, your feet, your noses and toes inside the train at all times. Friendly reminder, parents and guardians, you are responsible to make sure your children remain seated. Please do not leave your seat until the train has come to a full and complete stop and I have told you it's okay to exit. Also, there'll be no eating, drinking, spitting, smoking, telling anyone anything off of this here train. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your ride. All clip.
All aboard! Welcome aboard the Harvey's Express. Please sit back and enjoy your ride while I tell you my story, one of which does not bear a happily ever after. Our journey begins in the small village of Sleepy Hollow, a quaint little town seemingly plucked from a time even earlier than my story. It was late October and crops from the local farms were just starting to come in. With such a bountiful harvest year, the entire town was in celebration. The marketplace was well stocked, the tavern had a new menu, and even the innkeeper had dressed the rooms in pumpkin orange bed sheets. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Ichabod Crane, and I was the school. The Van Tassels were a rich and prestigious family in the community, the farm being considered one of the largest in the area. Katrina Van Tassel often spent much of her time in the fields just off to the side of the waiting for my arrival after departure from the school. Often I would visit the Van Tassels only long enough to be home before sunset, fearing that I might get caught riding in the dark. On one occurrence, however, I overstayed my time allotment and found myself in a most unfortunate predicament. Should I take the countryside road back to town and risk riding in the dark, or take the much shorter route through the wooded area said to be occupied by a dark rider who steals the heads of any who dare enter? It was already getting late, and I felt that I had little choice in the matter. The old town road it shall be. The road lied just beyond the Van Tassel's barn, and just past a great cornfield. And while many merchants and townfolk travel this road easily by day, most do not venture it by night. Yet, this was the choice I had made, and this would be the route I would take. It would be in these woods along this old town road that I would ultimately meet my fate. What is this? Heads removed, you say? Is it true that a horseman rides in these woods, stealing the heads of other weary travelers only to reveal himself under the veil of night? Soon I would realize that these were not mere rumors, as I could see evidence of past merchants who have also fell victim to the dark rider. Accompanied only by my shy and fearful steed Gunpowder, I decided to press on. For it will only grow darker now, I thought, and I was just a short way from my safe and warm home in town. At every turn, I could feel that I was being watched, maybe even hunted. Silence was only broken with the sounds of rustling leaves or the occasional crackling branch. It was at this point that I could not help to feel pursuit. Suddenly, the sound of an owl, followed slightly by that of a flock of crows, scattered their wings as they sought refuge in the night sky. My heart started racing even faster. Only a few more woods to traverse, I would speak silently to myself. Then I will be home. But as Gunpowder trotted carefully and quietly, as though tiptoeing, it would only seem further and further away. At one point, I felt that I had almost almost come to a stop. And it was true. I had also found myself continually stopping to look over my shoulder, wondering if I had indeed made the wrong choice. Yet I continued. For just ahead, I could swear I saw a clearing in the woods, marking my final ascent from this dire and foreboding atmosphere. My heart now beating at such an unprecedented measure that I could hardly endure it. Just a few more steps, and I was in the clear when suddenly there he was, and without hesitation he charged me and my vehicle steed. In an attempt to flee, the low-hanging trees separated me from my steed, which left me face to face with the ominous villain. I felt the only thing I could do was cover my eyes and not bear witness to what would surely become my fate. And in just a moment's notice, it was over. Somehow I had survived. The Headless Horseman had indeed spared my life. Without consequence, however, as the wretched villain had instilled enough fear into me to drive me from the village, never to look back again. Yet, still I find myself wondering, whatever did become of the Headless Horseman, the Van Tassels, and the other townsfolk of Sleepy Hollow? I dare never venture back there, but if any of you should ever do so, be warned that a villain may yet still occupy those woods, seeking to claim the heads of any who dare venture there. Of course, maybe you too will survive, but then again, given the horseman's ominous dismay, it is doubtful.
Sure hope everyone survived Sleepy Hollow and came out of there with their heads. We're coming to the Hooten Hollow station here. You'll exit here. You'll be close to Storybook Forest, the Jumpin' Jungle. The Hooten Hollow attractions, the main parks, village parking lots A, B, C, and D. Now for your safety, please remain seated. Do not exit this train until I tell you it's safe to do so. Please don't stand, I'll let you know it's safe. On behalf of Layla, our engineer, and myself, Randy, thank you for riding the Laurel Hound Limited. Enjoy the rest of your day here at Idlewild. Please remain seated.